Good evening, Greg here. Burn at both ends, burning on the back end of Monday. It's 11:58 p.m. Pacific. It is the 14th of January, 2019. Almost halfway through the first month of 2019. Very exciting year so far. And wanted to light up a conversation around patience. Right, I'm really big on patience. And my mantra for the year, I think, has already come to me, and that is sitting on a ton of patience. And I just have this image of myself just sitting on this huge pile of patience, whatever patience looks like, because I'm just realizing how much I'm benefiting from deploying patience. I would say that how the universe is just manifesting things for me, and it's just incredible. So this presentation I gave last week was totally the result of me reaching out to someone in my network and just every month or so just keep hitting them with something, see what's going on, see if they can help me out. And then all of a sudden this meeting came at I won't say out of nowhere, but it kind of did. And it was just awesome. It was a presentation, a whole bunch of folks, and it was not my direct customers, it was my customers' customers. And if you recall, I took this iCore training back in the summer of 2018, entrepreneurial training all about lean startup model, and definitely we learned there two really important things that helped me at this presentation. One, the old customer thing. It's like, don't just focus on your customers, focus on their customers as well, and go all the way down the line to the end user if you can, because you're going to find amazing things as you head down that chain. It's not just your customers, it's also who they're serving and so on and so forth. You know, just kind of, this is, I guess, taking a step back, it's the ecosystem. And so that was one thing. The other thing was during iCore, we worked a lot on these 10-minute presentations and had to deliver a great story. And so since I knew he was my customer's customer, I didn't have to slam them with all the stats and the data. So I decided to make a presentation that was more a long story about how Fundraise Up came to be. That would identify the problem in the industry. We did look specifically at the problem a little bit, and then it was a great flow into how Fundraise Up kind of fits this gap and fills this need. And my hope is that the folks in the audience who all probably know nonprofits are going to take that message out. And that was the whole point, is that they could walk away with a presentation understanding the message, understanding what we are and what we do and why it's important. And maybe not all the details, but just knowing that if they know a nonprofit, they're going to connect me to them probably, just because they, and one of the really cool things was that, a bunch of people from the audience afterwards came up to me and they told me their favorite part of the story. And that was really cool, and they all really got it, which was awesome. So I must have done a good job. I had Peter's help. He helped me write the outline and hit the high level points. The slides, I had 6 slides. They were super simple, a lot of white space, very little words on the slides. It was mostly me talking. I didn't look at the slides while I was presenting. A lot of good practices. I did record it. The audio is really bad though. I must have put the mic too close to my shirt because you hear the brushing of the shirt against the little windscreen. But it was a solid presentation. I said and too much, but I'll work on that. And and but yeah, it flowed. It felt great. I must have practiced 20 to 30 times. I ended up writing the outline, and then I wrote out bullets for all the sentences I was going to say, pretty much, because if I just speak off the cuff, sometimes I can accidentally not choose the best word sequence, and it sounds kind of weird or just difficult to understand. And so writing it out to me was very helpful. And then I ended up having, they're actually right here. And then I ended up writing down I had little index cards, and so for each slide I had an index card with 5 or 6 high-level bullets that I had to hit, and I used the cards during the presentation because I didn't want to miss anything. And it was great. It flowed, and one of the cool things was, the whole point of the story is to connect with people, and so one of the coolest parts was looking out in the audience as I was hitting those little connection points and seeing people nod their heads, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to kind of bring everyone in and show them the problems, right? Show them the problems with, online forms that are challenging to fill out. And then what happens when you're emotionally excited to give, and then all of a sudden you're hit with this form and your logic brain starts to kind of erode that emotion and you start thinking about other stuff, all these things. And I just wanted to kind of bring everyone in And I think it worked really well. So super psyched about that. And then tonight, I'm still working in Pipedrive. That's our CRM. I really like Pipe. I have to admit, I really like it. It just kind of keeps me honest, and it's like simple enough that it's not like laborious to use. That's the problem that I've had with some other CRMs, is that there's so many things to do in there. That's the problem, right? With Pipedrive, it's simple, right? There's a list of, I have all my my pipeline, and then it's just what's the next activity. It's all synced with my Fundraise Up email, so we have the G Suite, so it's all synced up. So anything I put in Pipedrive ends up on my calendar. It seems to be working really well, and I'm really tracking all my leads very well. I have to say, and so rocking and rolling, and just got the Twitter account up and running. Not up and running, but I finally got. It was that thing where you log in and you're not the person that usually logs in, and you get this confirmation code. So it was sent to someone else's email. So I had to coordinate with them to get the code. Got that this morning. So sent out the first 2 tweets today. So the buffer is full right now. So we're doing 2 tweets a day. And then tomorrow morning I'm going to knock out some more tweets for Peter to approve. But I think this is going to be a really cool process. I'm really psyched to see what I can find in Twitter for Fundraise Up, for nonprofits. There's a lot of interesting searches that I can do. And there's one interesting search where I can, I'm not sure how they do it exactly, meaning Twitter, but they claim that they can find negative conversations. And so what I'm thinking is finding negative conversations about fundraising platforms and see what people are saying about what they're using and what their challenges are, to see if I can insert myself or insert Fundraise Up into a conversation and kind of bring some awareness to what we're doing. I think that would be very effective. So, and then of course, looking for influencers, looking for, any kind of, just seeing what the Twitter world is saying about nonprofits and fundraising, and see how Fundraise Up can, insert itself to bring some awareness. I think that's going to be very effective. So yeah, I think we'll wrap there. So this is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. Oh yeah, let me hit the 9 to 5 for a second. So also patience here is becoming key, right? We had these large procurements. They're just taking a little bit longer than we thought. Actually, the entire project's taking longer than we thought. We thought it was going to be about a 2-year project. It's looking like a 3-year project, and this is mostly because one of the projects we have to buy this rather expensive and large piece of equipment, and we're trying to get a sole source justification out, and it's tough. It's tough to get it out, and it also looks like the lead time for the item's going to be, over almost 2 years just for them to build it and deliver it to us. So there's the project right there. It's kind of, the whole project is paced by this one procurement. It's fascinating. And then actually the other one is paced by a different procurement, the optics. The optics seem to be taking quite some time. I mean, we don't have anything in fab right now, but what we've heard in the industry is that people looking for these types of optics, a lot of them are late. And I'm talking like a year late, as in already through a 9 or 12 month lead time, and then add on a whole nother year to that. So hopefully we do not fall in that category, even though we have no control over that. But because I guess the thing is, right, you're polishing this 14-inch piece of glass. What if in one of the very last steps you crack it, right? Gee, that must be tough. So anyway, but patience in the 9 to 5 I find is very critical and really helped me out. So sitting on a ton of patience this year, really leveraging things for 2020. And just infinite game style, infinite game thinking, infinite game planning, but at the same time getting in the trenches and doing things for tomorrow and for next week and next month, things like that. So just hitting on a wide variety of tasks to set up the next year, just to crush it. So yeah, so just like I said, this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. Things I'm trying, things I'm tasting. So psyched to be where I'm at. Things are going great. And so comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Give me some feedback. If you need any help with anything, please let me know. I'll do my best in the comment section. Subscribe. Yeah, stay along for the ride. So, oh yeah, the beat in the background, G Money is my alter ego. I write these beats. You can find them on SoundCloud. And I think we'll wrap there. So y'all have a great night. Get some sleep. I'm psyched to get some rest. Wake up tomorrow, crush it, light it up, do great things, inspire folks, be kind. And yeah, I will ent you in the morning. Yeah, let's get back to some ents. I will ent you in the morning.